Are standing desks really worth it? Do they really help with improving productivity and focus? Do they really help with back and neck pain associated with sitting too long? In this video, we will find out if standing desks are really worth the hype. Today, I will be reviewing a height adjustable desk from Ergonomics Direct. It is called the Ergo Office 2, and my friends over at Ergonomics Direct were kind enough to send over this desk 3 months ago, and I've been using it now for a few months. Ergonomics Direct gifted me with this desk, so this is not a sponsored video. They asked me for an unbiased review after I have been using the desk for some time. So let's check it out. The Ergo Office 2 is a premium motorized height adjustable desk with a digital control panel. The frame and the desk are sold separately. The frame, which can also be referred to as the base or the legs, comes in black or white. You can customize your desktop and choose the wood, the size, the dimensions, and the finish for the desk to meet your needs and aesthetics. If you're like me though, and you just want a standard desk in black or white, then I would recommend the combo, which is the frame and the desktop in the 150 centimeter by 80 centimeter size. The desk has a dual motor. The benefit of having a motor on each side of the desk means the desk is more sturdy, so it can carry more weight, up to 120 kilograms. And most importantly, it can support a bigger desktop size. Mine is 150 centimeters wide, but you can go up to 200 centimeters wide because of the dual motor. The frame has 3-stage column design, which helps to make the table more sturdy when using it in a standing mode. The maximum height that the desk can extend to is 1.25 meters, which is perfect for tall people. The lowest height is 62.5 centimeters, which is ideal for children. The frame has a 5-year warranty, and the motor and electrical parts have a 3-year warranty. Okay, so those are all the facts about the desk. Now for the fun stuff. Let me take you through the unboxing, the assembly, and of course my experience using this desk as my home office desk. The desk was delivered in 2 separate boxes. Here is a quick overview of the setup and assembly in 10 easy steps. The first step is to open the foldable legs and extend the frame. Then attach the side brackets to the legs. Use the first set of screws to attach the brackets. Next, insert the legs and tighten using the screws. Now the desk frame is ready to be attached to the desktop. The holes come pre-drilled, which is easy to align the desk to the frame and attach the desktop to the side brackets. Next, attach the control panel, and you will definitely need a drill for this part. I used an impact drill with a 3mm wood drill. Next, use the provided cable management tools to attach the cables under the desk so that they're no longer visible. Next, connect the control panel to the console. Lastly, connect the power cable to the console. That's it. I did it by myself in a little under an hour, but it would definitely be quicker and easier if you have an extra pair of hands. It is worth mentioning that I bought an optional extra, which is the Ergo Under Desk Cable Tray Organizer, to manage all the cables and cords in such a way that I only have one single cable running under the desk. Comment down below if you would like to see a separate video on how I organize the cables using a tray that attaches to the bottom of the desk, and at the end only one cable is visible. The entire desk is controlled using this sleek and modern LED control panel. This is like a mini remote for your desk. The control panel has 3 great features which I think are quite smart and helpful. Of course, you can manually adjust the height by using up and down arrows, but I really love that I can save my desired sitting height and standing height so that I don't have to do it manually every time. It is easy to program the height by using the M button and selecting the number you want to associate with that height. When you set up your desk, use your elbows as the point of reference to get the best working posture. I found the alert button to be really helpful. You can set a reminder and the desk will beep and remind you to go into stand mode or just stand up and stretch. I set mine to 90 minutes and it has been a great reminder not to only work while standing but also to simply stand up and stretch, even if I'm not working in stand desk mode. It is easy to switch off by just pressing and holding for 3 seconds until the off text appears. I also have to mention the anti-collision protection software. If the table comes into contact with an object while going up or down, the table will stop to avoid causing damage to the desk or the object in its way. It will actually reverse a bit to create some space after it has bumped into an obstruction. This is great because your desk will not squash anything on its way up or down. I have tested this with my chair and it really works. With all these features, I think it's safe to call this a smart desk, right? I have been using the Ergo Office 2 for the past 3 months and so far I can say I have been very impressed. Let's start off with the standard benefits you would expect from a standing desk. The typical benefits are: a standing desk gets you to take a break from sitting. The desk allows you to stand up for some time and get the blood flowing again. It allows you to release the pressure on your spine or back due to sitting for far too long. The second thing is that while you are standing, you don't just stand still the whole time. You are moving around and stretching, which is great to release tension. The third is posture correction. As you work while standing, you are more aware of your elbow position on the table. Your back is more upright. You are not hunching forward. So, I'll call these the typical benefits. But as you use the standing desk, you will start to have your own experience and see how your body and mind reacts to working while standing. In my experience, I find it hard to stand for an entire hour. I have had to build up that tolerance starting from 10-minute sprints and increasing that gradually. It takes some getting used to work standing, so ease into it. Here are a couple of things that stood out for me while I was using and testing the standing desk. My first observation is, even though this is a standing desk, even in the seated position, you're actually enjoying so much benefit from being able to adjust the desk, because a standard desk, from a height perspective, your elbows might be too high or too low. So you're actually now able to adjust the height of the desk even when you are sitting down, which means that this is not just the standing desk, it's for ensuring you have the right height on the desk even when you're sitting. And this actually reduces the pressure on your shoulders because you don't have to hunch over or go over where the actual standard desk would be. So not all desks are made equal, not all desks are made the same height. So actually being able to choose your own height is a big plus. My second observation is, you would expect to feel more relaxed or more energized while you're standing, which has not been the case for me. I actually feel like the benefit is delayed a bit, so my work benefits a few hours later in the day because I took that break. I gave my body a bit of rest from sitting. So therefore, it's like taking a nap, right? When you wake up from your nap, you don't immediately feel refreshed. It's like you're able to do a lot more later on because you took that break. So for me, the period where I'm standing and working, yes, I can stretch, I can feel like my body is less tense, but I feel like I have a sprint of energy later on because my body is now benefiting from that break I took earlier on. It was like a nice disruption of the routine. So actually my body is thanking me for that break and that release, because it's not immediate. You actually feel it an hour or two later, and it's actually like a good time to do some focus work because you're now getting the ROI on that break you took earlier. You get me? My third observation is, I have been enjoying using the desk in stand-up mode when I'm actually presenting. Yes, this is over Zoom or Teams, but I actually put it in standing mode and it's my turn now to present. I stand back and I'm able to actually present more confidently. I think it feels more like you're on a stage or in a boardroom presenting while you're standing. My body is more natural and I feel like I can express myself more, use hand gestures, etc. And I've been nailing my presentations because I'm doing them standing, even though I'm doing them in an online meeting. So I've been killing those presentations. And my final observation is when you have your desk in standing mode and you're actually working, you have to use that time like more intentionally, meaning you have to be cognizant about making sure you're stretching, making sure you're moving, right? Because without that, you're just standing up and now there could be more pressure on your feet or on your legs. But if you actually go on YouTube and look for a 60-second stretch or a standing desk stretch, you'll start to see a couple of easy stretches while you can do, not for the whole time that you're standing, but then just to actually get the most of it, because I feel like standing time is stretching time, right? So during that time, you can do a couple of different stretch exercises to make sure you're getting the most out of that time and actually making sure you get the best benefit out of it. And to be fair, there is one thing I really didn't like about the desk. It only has 3 programmable memory settings, meaning you can only set up 1 sitting position, 1 standing position, and what would have made sense is actually having 4, so that 2 people can use the desk and have both a sitting and a standing position for both people. So I actually don't get why there's only 3. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments why 3 makes sense, because I would have expected 4, right? So what is the final verdict? Actually, let's go back to the question I asked right in the beginning. Do standing desks actually help with improving productivity and focus? In my experience using the desk, yes, they do. It is important to understand the benefit while you are standing, as well as the subsequent benefit that you'll experience after you have been standing. While I am standing, I do feel a reduced tension on my neck, spine, and back. While I'm standing, I'm less likely to be hunched over and defaulting into a bad posture. After you have been standing, in my experience, I'm feeling more able to do deep focus work because my body has reset earlier on, and that standing sprint has actually made me feel much better. The second question was, do standing desks actually help with the back and neck pain associated with sitting too long? And in my experience, yes, the standing desk definitely helps with this. The position of your elbows is affected by the height of the desk. So placing your elbows in the right position starts a good or a bad domino effect from your shoulders to your neck. Not only have I been standing more and more, but I'm making the best of that standing time by moving more and stretching. When it comes to the desk itself, the desk was easy to set up. It was partly pre-assembled and pre-drilled, so there was not too many moving parts. It is made from a very durable material that feels premium and is easy to maintain. The motor is very quiet and does not make a distracting noise. There is minimal wobble. The design and structure is quite solid. Honestly, I have 0 complaints. The desk is perfect for a working from home setup or to be used in the office. Even if you're a gamer and you're using this for streaming, it's still a great desk option. I've also seen people using it for arts and craft, people who are in design or architecture needing that elevation up and down using the desk, and it's actually a perfect fit into their home office setup. So the desk has all the bells and whistles, and it is everything you could need in a standing desk, while being of a very high quality and great finish. And finally, the question is, would I recommend this desk? And my answer is a definitive yes. As someone who works 8 to 10 hours a day, it's important to invest in a great desk that is durable, that is reliable, that is sturdy, and this desk ticks all the boxes. I like that you can keep using the same desk frame and you replace the desktop with one that is a different size or a different design. That makes this desk a forever desk, right? You can keep using it and moving houses with it and keep it as your desk for a very, very long time. And that brings us to the end of the Ergo Office 2 review. If you found this video useful, make sure you give it a like. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comment section down below. And also, share this video with a friend who might be setting up a home office or somebody who needs a standing desk. Below in the description, you will find the link to the Ergonomics Direct website. Make sure you click on the link and actually go play around with it and see which wood you would prefer in your house if you were to set up this desk. That's all for me. Make sure you follow me on all my social media pages to get more content on tech reviews and all things technology, right? We'll see you guys at the next one. Much love.